this. Otherwise, you can simply put 0 and drag it to the end. It will be your 0, right? Rest everything. You have to obviously now these are the shrinkage, right? What you talk with operations, your meeting notes, I guess. Uh, how much your system hours, and how much is your break running at? What is your logout hours? What is your meeting hours, training hours, right? So you have to update your assumptions for your program, right? For system hours, let's suppose if it's 5%, you can keep it 5%. Yeah, right. It's percentage. Yes, absolutely. So so you can just put the assumptions in percentage. Now, how you will get the actuals? There is a catch. For actuals, if you want, let me give you an example. So that is switch data. I guess you're also using switch data in your in headcount Shopify, right? So for an example, aux1 is your break. I'm sorry, I think I forgot to update the aux is based on your current program, but I'll do it just in a minute. So let's suppose aux1 is your break hours, right? So you have to update the switch data here every week. I know you pull it from the Power BI, I guess. So you can pull your switch data from the Power BI, like what you are doing right now. You just need to put how many hours or how many hours the teammates agents have spent on break. For an example, if they have spent 250 hours, right? I'm just taking an example. So you know your actuals will be updated automatically once you put the switch data. I have to check the code. I just have to check the reference in here. Just switch. Okay, I guess I'll check this because once you will put your yeah, here we go. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you will get your actual numbers once you will put your switch data there. So how does it work? So basically, whatever the staff time teammate has delivered, or the complete whatever the headcount you have. Let's suppose 50 teammates you have or agents you have. They have delivered 5,000 hours last week, out of which break was 250 hours. So it will automatically divide it, and it will give you the actual percentage, how much percentage actual system hours was for that particular week. So it will give you uh, the actual number here. And same goes with logout hours. Once you update the logout hours, uh, let me put some random numbers. I'll align this because right now under switch data, if you see it says aux1, aux2. I know it will be very hard for you to identify which is what. So I'll rename this. Like for on aux1, I will put what as a break maybe, or I will align this as per the code you have right now. Before sending it to you, okay. This is 650, 750 maybe. Okay. So now once you will update the switch data for that particular week, you will see actual numbers will start populating here. So this is your actual training hours, right? Your actual training hours was 11%. Your team function hours, it was 13%. Your actual coaching hours was 15%. So this is how, once you will update the complete data here on this switch data, you just have to update the hours. your staff time, idle time, talk time, wrap time, ring time, your even once you will update your offered, how many calls were offered, how many were handled, how many were acceptable. Acceptable means how many calls were handled within service level. Once you will get that, yeah, is there? Oh, right. Right. We can actually use this switch data or to calculate service level if we have any, or like if you have any inbound programs which you handle. So once you will update, your let me show you for your
Launch
example.
करो
For
Om
an
Namah
example,
Shivaya, Om Namah
I
Shivaya.
had
Thank you.
5,000 calls offered, out of which maybe
How are you?
I have handled 4,500, out of which I have handled acceptable was 4,000. So if you
Oh,
see,
oh,
this
thank
is
you,
your
Savita
service level,
ji.
this
Thank
is
you
your
for
target,
coming, giving me
and
time,
this is your
your precious
service level
time.
actually.
Thank you,
Let
so
me
nice of
reduce this to
you.
3,000 maybe.
How about
Okay,
you?
so
और
now your
क्या
service
चल
level
रहा
is
है
60%.
आपका? Thank
There you
you
go.
supporting me.
So everything will be auto populated. Your AHT and everything will be calculated automatically.
Thank you
This is
for
plan versus
supporting.
actual, and everything you can plan everything for your program. For
और
Jama,
बताइए.
I know like on today's call with Darcy, I think we were discussing about this. I had this thing in mind, So we also have this column right now for new hire classes. For example, recruiting, right? So there are two basically different scenarios. When we plan a class, there is a fill rate from recruiting, and again, the second scenario is there is a throughput which training has, right? So
Good,
let's
good,
suppose if I
good,
ask
good.
recruiting
उसको
team to recruit
इसको
15 teammates, right? But their fill rate is 90%, right? So maybe they'll recruit 14 or 20. So I will put my assumption what will be the fill rate against what I have requested. I have requested 15 teammates, and I am already
thank you for
assuming,
coming
right,
and
the fill
supporting
rate will be
me.
90%. So
Thank
what
you,
I
so
will do,
nice of you.
once I update this as a 90%, your this class numbers will flat activity higher from 17 will change to 16. So you also have a problem where you just are recruiting as a okay. So this is very
Thank you.
you can hide these columns. Switch data can be hidden because you are once you are feeding the numbers, the actual numbers in front of operation. Obviously, you don't need these hours to show the operations. Once you are done updating these columns, you can just hide it, right? You can keep it open if you want recruiting tab. You can keep it open. Whatever you feel like you want to, you know, you don't want to show this part. You can use a grouping also. You can hide this assumptions, but I think
Thank you
we
for coming.
always discuss our attrition assumptions with the operation. So I think it will be good if you show these numbers. You can always hide this load section because this is basically a calculation. This is a manual calculation. This this is basically based on your forecast volume. This calculate how many hours will be there, or productive hours will be there. So these columns are for that particular use. You can also hide this scheduling because you don't have much to
Okay,
do in this.
okay.
This is just
Thank
for
you.
your
So nice of
understanding.
you.
So I
Thank
have
you.
50 teammates, right? Every teammate is scheduled for 8 hours productive every day. So in 5 days, they produce around 40 hours productive. So how many hours they will produce in one specific week? So this is just the same calculation. So basically, your head count will produce 2040 hours in that particular week. So this is basically for your own understanding. This is nothing, much you have to do in this. You can always hide this also. So once you have to go or you will go into the front of the operations. You can always hide what you want to show, what you want to hide, and most of the columns are formulated, so you don't have to use every column
Favorite wild
in
animal.
every manner.
Your
You can
favorite
hide
wild
what you want to
animal.
hide.
My favorite
For
wild animal is
example, if you
lion.
want to hide this, so we
And
can roll, you can just keep it January because we are in the month of January. You can just
favorite wild
show
animal.
them like this. You can show and
My
you can
wild,
change it
I
like this.
like
And
most
if you even if you want to hide,
tiger.
March to you don't want to discuss this,
I
you
like
can
most
just.
lion and
I mean,
tiger.
it's up to you how you want to present this part. And I think the one of the major thing which I forgot.
DVD, RIP, DVD, RIP. Thank you. Thank you. So nice of you.
Right. Oh yes. Yes. Yeah. Right.
Thank you.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not Rudy.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. 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 Absolutely. So every inputs will be in your weekly section. Is this everything will be
Please
populated
let me
automatically
know the
on your
favorite
email.
wild animal in
It
your
will show
life.
you the month numbers automatically. Everything what you do in this weekly, you will get to see
Thank
in
you.
monthly.
Thank you.
And this actual, once you are in that particular week, you can just change it to actual and try to do do some coding maybe.
Thank you.
Once that week arrives, it automatically changes to
Oh,
actuals. So let's suppose if we are in the week of 26th January, it will change automatically. You know it will automatically change to actual. So once the actual, once it will change into actuals, whatever the current numbers you will have for that week, it will be changed as per that. So I will give you example, right? So let's suppose I have planned 10 teammates or 10 agents to be transferred out on 26th of January, which means my head count from 51 should be dropped to 41, right? So let's suppose because I have planned, right? So I have planned this. So your 51 in this week, and then should change to 41 on this. I'm sorry, this is not the head count.
thank you.
Okay, so ideally it should change. So basically, this is your head count. Let's see why it's not taking these numbers.
Hello, Vikramji. Thank you.
I think it
Thank you
took some
for
time.
liking and supporting me. Thank you. So nice of you. Vikram Chaudhary ji. Thank you. Thank you. So nice of you. So nice of you. My respect. God bless you always, my sister. You too. भगवान आपको भी ब्लेस्ड रखे सभी चीज़ों से.
Okay.
whatever you
In this
demand.
week it is actually accounting. I'm not
Thank
sure
you.
why
So
it's not
nice of
accounting
you.
for 26th of January. I'll see.
You are giving
Because
me
if you
such
see, your
respect.
head count is changing from 51
एजुकेशन ठीक है.
to 41
अरे
because
सबसे
I
पहले
have
बताओ
planned
फेवरेट
10,
वाइट
10
एनिमल
transfer.
कौन सा पसंद है
But
तुम्हें?
just in case if we
मेरा
are
है
in
को
the
पसंद
actual
है
week,
टाइगर
right?
लायन.
And it does not
आपको बताओ.
happen if you have not transferred
हाँ
out
जी
those 10
सविता
tickets,
जी
it will
थैंक
again
यू.
change it to 51 because you have not updated your
एग्जाम्स
roster with
गोइंग
those transfer
ऑन.
out. So
बच्चों के
whatever you
चल
are
रहे
planning,
हैं.
if that does not happen in the way you have planned,
और बताओ.
it will again go back to the what you have right now. So this will
No
work like
DVT
this.
is not going on.
And
My
apart from this, the
Vivisan is
major thing which I
working.
forgot to tell you, how will you update your
तुर्की
roster? That is the
तुर्की
major
तुर्की
thing which, because this is on
Russian.
which your file you actually work on. So this is your roster tab actually, and it's quite simple. So you have to update the employee ID of the teammates, right? In column A. In column B, you can update
आंसर
their
बताओ
names.
भाई. फेवरेट वाइल्ड एनिमल
On
प्लीज
B,
राइट डाउन.
the column B, if you want, you can update or use your LOB if you want to mention. This is just on your preference. If you really want to maintain, you can add LOB just for your own reference. If you want to mention wave, you can always mention wave also. And for a manual note, if you want to maintain, you can have termination date as well. Now, once you will update your employee ID, employee name, and LOB, right? If you want on wave, if you want. Once you done updated employee ID and name, you have to update the roster here on the right side. That is, the important part. So, for an example, right, when I've prepared this capacity file, so basically I've took the same name what you have in your roster, I copied it here, and I've showed them as a transfer in this capacity file. So if you're seeing, I have used the code TR. TR means obviously it's transfer, and then I have used the first three letters
Favorite wild
of
animal
that
VIP.
tab.
You are most
So just to
welcome
make it
in my life, and you
simpler.
are also a
So let's suppose
VIP
I
in
am
my
doing
life. Thank
transferring
you.
or I'm adding the
और
teammate
बताइए
for
सब कैसा चल रहा
PCDA
है?
stuffing, right? So how does this file work? This file actually picks first three letter of that tab which you have created on your capacity. So PCDA, right? That means PCD. It will use this PCD first three letter of that particular tab, and then you can use those first three words to do a coding on this roster tab. So for an example, as I can show you, I have transferred in this first teammate, which is Anderson Doris. I just typed TR. TR means transfer, and then hyphen PCD. So this teammate will start reflecting on PCDA stuffing on the date where I have added that teammate. So I have added on 5th of January. So all these teammates which I have added around 51 teammates, I guess. Here you go. This is 51. Yeah, this is 51, right? So if you'll go to the PCDA tab, right? Here you go. On row number, I'm sorry, on this row number 42, on 5th of January week, as you can see, it is showing that we have transferred in 51 teammates in this capacity. So basically 51 teammates have started reflecting in this capacity file starting 5th of January week. Now I am sure you might have questions that how we can use different codes, like if teammate is getting down, right? If teammate is getting internally transferred, if teammate is getting internally transferred, right? How we can do that? If they are moving out to a different campaign or different site to a different program, how can we do that?
you.
So for that, we use different codes, and for every code, if you want to know, there is a hidden column which is row number G, right? So if you scroll down a bit, for everything which you want to do, you have a code. What I'll give you example. For an example, if you want to do a termination, right? If there is a teammate who was getting a tried on 5th of January week, right? So this is your suggestion in the yeah, sure.
Uh, hardly. I haven't noticed actually. I haven't noticed. I have start at 3 o'clock or to 1 hour, and at that time also. Because sometimes I will do only 1 hour wash 1 hour, and sometimes half an hour. I'm not getting time. इस समय मुझे नींद आ रही है, जल्दी
sorry.
बंद करनी है।
Do you have the employee mentions?
बहुत सारी चीज़ें हो जाती है, नहीं कर पाती हूँ मैं।
326.
आज मैं स्टूडियो देखने गई थी, इतने बाबा इतना उन्होंने खोला है, 2 स्टूडियो है उनके पास। प्रॉम्प्टर भी है, प्रॉम्प्टर।
3360790, right? Okay, maybe the roster which I've booked, the roster which I've booked, right? Okay, no worries. Okay, no worries. So, yeah, let's make an example. So, yeah, please go ahead.
You will get a lot of good roasting
So
from
let's
the playlist.
take an example of
प्लेलिस्ट
Nathan
मैंने बनाई नहीं है,
Jacob,
बनी
right?
हुई है या
So
नहीं मेरे को ये
I'm
भी नहीं मालूम है।
I'm
I have
planning,
no
let's
knowledge
suppose
about
I
all
am
these
going to
things.
term this teammate on maybe next week, which is 2nd of March, maybe, right?
Yeah, I will
So
see. I
I
want
will
to learn
use
all these things, how to
PCD,
make a
which is your
playlist and all.
first 3 letter of that tab, right? Your and then I will put VT. VT is voluntary termination. I will always use hyphen between LOB name and the code you are using. For example, LOB is PCD, your code is voluntary termination, which is VT, or if it's transfer out, you have to use hyphen to connect both. And as you can see on my screen, it's showing terminated already. It's not in the active head count. And we have terminated this teammate on 2nd of March. So if you'll go back on the 2nd of March week, and you will see the voluntary termination tab, right? So on voluntary termination, on 2nd of March. Okay, it is not showing because once you will make it actual, actually it will start showing there. Okay, here we go. So this is your voluntary termination. As you can see, this is your one termination which is start reflecting here. And maybe if you do, sorry, let's terminate one more teammate or three, maybe 4. So everything, whatever you do, it will start showing voluntary termination 4. So you have 4 iterations on 2nd of March. So this is how you can do termination. Now, let's take one more example. This teammate is transferring out to a different campaign, right? It's no more. It's not going to. It's no more with this campaign and going to be transferred to a right. So if you see for external account transfer, there is a code, right? In the G column, it says that you can use PCDTO. So you just have to go back into the roster. You can use PCDTO, right? So that means this teammate will be or agent will be transferred. As you can see, it is already showing transfer here. So once you go back again, here you go. This is in your external account transfer. It has started reflecting that you have transferred out one teammate. and your head count and everything will be adjusted automatically once your head count drops. Once you scroll up, your head count is changed, your over under has changed, and based on that, you can do whatever the adjustments you would like to do. Now, the next one, which is yeah, please go ahead. Right, right. So yeah, that within the program. Yes. Right, absolutely. So you can just one thing. You can use first. You have to use that first code from which the agent is moving, right? So for an example, I am moving teammate from PCD, right? I will type PCD, then it is transferring, which is here. Then it is transferring to again dealer loaner. So keyword of that tab is DEA, right? Just put that. So basically, as you can see with the code, right, it is saying that it is transferring from PCD to DEA. And once you'll go back in PCDA, I think it's counted. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it is showing, and yes, absolutely. So, and if you see, your head count will change from 19 to 20 on the same week where you did the transfer. So it is from 19 to 20, and if you go down, it is showing immediate transfer. Here you go. So that one teammate or that one agent has been added to a dealer loaner, like what you did, what you just did. So this is how you can always do your internal transfers. And if you get confused with the codes, you can always unhide column G, and whatever the function or whatever the code you would like to use, you can always refer to these code on these columns, and this will help you to do all the codings in your roster tab. Right, just to check the codes. And for every LOP or every tab, this file works. It takes first three letter of that particular tab. For proactive, if you see, I have used PRO. So if you see down, it has used PRO, right? And if you want to add teammate to a fast path, it will use FA as the first three words of it. So this is how, yeah, this thing. I know Mardo, you'll take some time because there are a lot of columns. You might get used to which column you have to update, which column you have to let it go. You don't have to touch it. And Jama, maybe we might have to lock few of the cells because we don't want because I know, right, I've already given a download to Marlo. Let's suppose Marlo give this download to some other planet, and if that planet get confused, right, and if he changed some one of the formula, let's for an example, by mistake, I have added any few new row, right, in this column. This is strictly, I would I would suggest that you should not add any row or any new column on this sheet, because there are a lot of references. Just in case if you add any row by yourself, or you think I should add this, it might change whole calculation on this sheet. So this is very, very important, that you should not add any row and column. And the second piece is because there are few formulas, so maybe some other planner worked on this and mistakenly he or she deleted this formula maybe. So everything will be deleted, right? This can be happen very easily. So we can lock a lot of rows which we don't want to use. We can only keep those rows or columns open which planner use for their assumptions. Forecasted numbers, volume, AHT, like switch data, right, and the trading tab. That's it. The rest will be locked, and we can just read those numbers. Everything will be populated automatically, and rest we can use. Sorry. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Oh yes, I completely forgot. Mhm. Okay. So here we go. Yeah. So first, I'm really sorry. So yeah. So I have changed it. As you can see, just give me a minute. Okay. So if let's suppose if your other LOB have a 3 weeks of training, right, or 4 weeks of training, 1 week of nesting, because different program could have a different training scenarios also. So for an example, I have created 2 weeks of training. So as you can see, this is training week one, training week two, and this is your nesting. If you want to make it 3 weeks of training and 1 week of nesting, what you have to do is you just have to add one key here and then one n. So basically, it will again do its math and it will break it down to 3 weeks of training already and 1 week of nesting. So these changes you can do it from here if you want, but right now I'm keeping just as it is, 2 weeks of training and then 1 week of nesting. So this is the first thing, and now let's talk about if we are transferring this to the, I mean we are adding new hires, right? So again, as I said, Mardo, or Gemma, we can use these codes if we have to code a new hire. So new hire code, we have to use these code for the new hires, like PCD S01, then T01. So S01 is basically your scenario, the scenario which is this training scenario one. So this is basically referring to your scenario, and then T01 is basically your training week one. Then this is PCD scenario one, training week two, PCD scenario one, nesting week one, and then PCD scenario one, and this is the final week, it's graduation. So I'll use the same code. Let me, okay, so I will use the same one. Here we go. Yeah. So for an example, let's suppose I am getting 5 teammates. So I have to code this 5 times the same scenario, because every teammate will follow the same scenario, which is 2 weeks of training, then 1 week of nesting, and then 1 week of graduation. And you just have to mention their employee IDs and their names, right? Once you're once you're done with this, coding, you'll go back and you will see, that it's not it will not reflect here. It will reflect under new hires, I guess. Let me see. We are adding this 19th of January. And yes, so let me change it to PCD actually, because I'm using proactive. So I'm adding it to PCD, right? This is PCD. Here we go. So now let's see where we have got those 5 teammates. So now this is your roster, right? you have added five teammates here. Uh, here you count as five, and you have added this on 19th January week. So once you'll go back, right, because that has already been happened. You have already added those teammates in the roster tab successfully, and if you'll see in the tab additions, you have already got five teammates started reflecting on 9th of February. Now you will say why 9th of February, because their graduation week is 9th of February. So 19th January is their first training week, 26th January is second training week, third the first week of nesting is 2nd Feb, and 9th Feb will be their graduation week. And that is why, because that week has been already passed, so that's why you are seeing five new addition in your new higher training graduates, and it has already start reflecting in your headcount as well. So from 51 to 56, your headcount is reaching it there. So you can always add a roster, in your, I mean, new hire roster in the roster tab like this. And I would always suggest, let's suppose if we are going to have a new class next week, I would always recommend to have this roster added at least a week back. You should follow up, with the recruiters, that how many teammates we have already got and how many teammates or agents are going to start their training next week. Just get the list of the teammates, and if they are going to come in training or they are going to start training next week, you can just add their employee IDs, their name, and the training scenario here, and it will start reflecting in your assumptions. It will be accounted in your headcount, and your over under will change based on that. So yeah, this is how you can add new hires. Any questions, Madhu and Archa? Right, right. And Jama, I know that, this file might have few columns which you might don't want to use. So maybe you can hide it, or you can just let me know. We can remove it from the file if you think. For an example, this one percentage, right? So this is basically telling you the over unders percentage, how much over we are.
Hello.
This is one head we are positive, or it is showing from the percentage perspective that we are 102% staffed as per the requirement. So this is showing you your staffing percentage. That's it. I will always obviously remove this SOW billable FT and C billable FT from here, because we have already added on the first row columns, rows of the sheet. And rest, I think everything is good. Always hide, or which you don't want to use, you can hide those columns. You can, you know, see
Navya
how this
ji,
file looks
कैसी
like. You
हैं?
can,
Thank you, Navya ji. You are most welcome in my life.
And yeah, one more thing. I will
Thank
align
you. So
the
nice of you.
aux tabs.
I'm fine. What about you? Yeah, I think you are also fine. There is a question, favorite wild animal. Please let me know. Write on. Favorite
No,
wild
actually,
animal.
I'm
My
all done,
favorite
because
animal.
I've
Ah,
added
you
everything what
too.
is required.
Okay.
Right. I just update this switch
Please
data
let me
for your
know.
reference, because you might
Favorite
not be
wild
able
animal.
to correlate what is aux0, what is aux1. So I will
Wild
rename it
animal.
as per
My
your
I
current
like most my
auxiliary usage,
favorite wild
etc. So
animal
like
is
freight
like
hours,
tiger,
system
lion.
hours,
And your
data or
favorite
freight hours. So I'll
wild
rename
animal?
these
मतलब
switch data. So
जंगली
it will be easier to you
एनिमल
for
कौन
you
सा
to
है?
update the switch data here.
Thank you, so nice of you.
Yes, absolutely. I'll send it over once I done with this. Yeah, so this is all what I had for today's call, Gemma or Marto. If you have any other questions, you can always tell me. And okay, perfect. So I'll share this file, Gemma and Marlo, with you. And yeah,
और नव्या, you belong to which city? Giraffe. Oh, yeah, it is very good animal. I like it most also. जिराफ जब उसको शेर को या टाइगर को फेंकता है ना, पीछे की लात मार के हवा में उड़ा देता है बिल्कुल. हाँ, राइट. बहुत
No
अच्छा.
problem, Jama. And Jama, I would also need, to maybe, I'm sure because, today we are already over, but maybe on Monday, if you have some time, maybe we can connect.
You are from
I still have
Rajasthan.
some
I am
doubts
from
regarding,
UP.
campaigns.
I am from
So
UP.
maybe on
UP में
Monday,
Agra
whenever you have
city.
time
Agra
available,
city is
you
the
can just
city.
give me a call and I'll be there.
Come over sometime.
Thank you, Jama. Thank you, Marlo. Bye bye.
अभी स्कूटर रख लिए, बहुत देर होगी दोनों.
कर रहा
फिर खाना गर्म कर देती हूँ, खाना खा लो. Navya, thank you. और आप क्या कर रहे हो? स्टडी कर रहे हो या जॉब? ये रही चाबी तुम्हारे वाले स्कूटर का. आप जॉब कर रहे हो या पढ़ाई? स्टूडेंट हो या जॉब कर रहे हो? आपका चैनल है नव्या Z6R3U. किसी पे कमेंट छोड़ देना नव्या, तो आपको भी फॉलो कर लूँ. जब भी मेरे को टाइम मिलेगा तो मैं वीडियो देख लिया करूँगी. ठीक है. You haven't given anything. To whom? स्कूटर बाहर खड़े हुए थे. अच्छा, जीत गया इंडिया. लग रहा है पटाखे छूट रहे हैं. I am here. Where? At Agra or Rajasthan? Has been digested. I'm doing job in pharmaceutical company. At present, I am sitting. My baby son is working. He's closing the door. अब मैं उसका खाना गर्म कर दूंगी तो खाना खाएगा. खाना गर्म कर दो. हाँ, कर लो. जिराफ बहुत अच्छा होता है, लाइन भी अच्छा होता है, पर जिराफ जो अपना प्राउडली चलता है ना, बहुत अच्छा लगता है जिराफ। ला 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 ला। नहीं मैं तो ले लिया, मैंने खाना खाना खा चुकी हूँ मैं। दीदी के बेटा खाएगा अब खाना, तो मैं कह रही हूँ गर्म कर दूँ, कर रहा है मैं अपने आप से गर्म कर लूँगा। हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। बिल्कुल नव्या जी। बताओ क्या कहूँ, इस समय तो बस बोलती बंद हो जाती है, क्या कहें। मैं बहुत सारा कुछ बताना चाहती थी, बताना इन द सेंस कि लाइफ में मैं कुछ कुछ बताऊं, बट टाइम का हो जाता है तो फिर लगता है उसकी वर्किंग चल रही थी तो मैं बोलती तो अच्छा नहीं लगता। वो अमेरिकन कंपनी में काम करता है तो वर्क फ्रॉम होम है उस वो, और अपनी टीम को समझा रहा था कुछ। आज मैंने वीडियो भी नहीं बनाया, वीडियो डाला भी नहीं है, कल बनाऊंगी, कल 2 वीडियो बना लूँगी, संडे को भी 2 वीडियो बना लूँगी फिर पूरा। वाइट सफ़ेद हेयर, माय हेयर I have done like this. You look the shadow, white and gray shadow, and this one is black, quite different. मच्छर, अरे मच्छर नाखून में ही काट रहा है। It looks good. Thank you. Nikhil Singh ji, thank you. You are most welcome. Thank you. So nice of you. You are giving me your precious time. और निखिल जी आप कहाँ से हैं? It looks nice or not, Navya? Nice. डिफरेंट। बोले ऊपर से निकला है, बोले नीचे से बीच बीच में शेडो देखो, लुक यहाँ हल्का हल्का दिखाई दे रहा होगा, इस तरह से करवा लो, ये देखो ऐसे करो तो इस तरह से दिखाई दे रहा है, बीच बीच में भी वाइट। मैंने क्या बड़े हो रहे हैं तो कुछ डिफरेंट कर लिया जाए। मोनालिसा, अरे मोनालिसा जी कहाँ से आई आप, कैसी हो मोनालिसा? अभी सोई नहीं हो तुम? अभी सोया नहीं है मोनालिसा? अभी तक जागी हुई हो? और मम्मी की तबीयत कैसी है मोनू? मम्मी की तबीयत कैसी है? लग रहा है आजकल तुम बहुत बिजी हो, ताई की यहाँ भी नहीं आ रही हो। मैं अभी गई थी तो मैंने पूछा कहाँ कैसी है, बोली बहुत दिनों से मिली भी नहीं है। हाँ और बताओ। मैं गई थी तो मैंने पूछा था ना तुम्हारे बारे में, मैंने कहा है मनोली, बोले पता कैसी है, बोले पता नहीं बहुत दिन से आई नहीं है, उसकी मम्मी की तबीयत खराब चल रही है इसलिए। You are not a bullet. I am not a bullet. Yes, I am not a bullet. बस ऐसे ही गई थी, बहुत दिनों से गई नहीं थी तो वो याद कर रही थी। तो अभी मैं शास्त्रीपुरम में थी, तो फिर जब पीपल मंडी गई तो फिर मैंने कहा लाओ सब से मिल ही आती हूँ। फिर मैंने कहा लाओ तुमसे भी मिल लूँ, बोले बहुत दिन से आई भी नहीं है। हो सकता है मम्मी की तबीयत खराब है तो मम्मी की काम वाम कर रही हो। आज मैं जाऊँगी, आज मैं मतलब शास्त्रीपुरम हूँ। कल मैं वर्किंग पे निकलूँगी तो वहीं पीपल मंडी पहुँचूँगी। संडे को मैं वहीं होंगी। ओके, गुड नाइट। गुड नाइट नव्या, स्वीट ड्रीम, स्लीप टाइट। हाय, हेलो मृदुल, कैसे हो? नव्या जी, बाय 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 बाय। हाउ मैनी डेज हैव यू लिव्ड इन शास्त्रीपुरम? मैं तो पिछले महीने एक महीने के करीब रही थी। फिर चली गई थी सैटरडे, मतलब सैटरडे संडे रह के आई। मंडे, सैटरडे संडे मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे, ये 4-5 दिन वहाँ रही, फिर मैं इधर आ गई। फिर अब मैं चली जाऊँगी सैटरडे को, वर्किंग पे निकलूँगी कल, वहीं से पीपल मंडी चली जाऊँगी। फिर सैटरडे संडे और देखो होली है, होली के बाद फिर हम लोग घूमने जाएंगे। हाँ ठीक है, मैसेज कर दूँगी। मेरे सन और डॉटर कोई नहीं है भाई। हाँ ताई के यहाँ आऊँगी, तब बता दूँगी बता दूँगी। वो भी कह रही थी बहुत दिन से देखा नहीं है। हाँ खा लो, जाओ। गुड नाइट, गुड नाइट। वंडरिंग अराउंड हियर एंड देयर। ठीक है भाई, घूमो घूमो। अरे भाई, इतना सारे क्वेश्चन क्यों मृदुल जी? और तुम पढ़ाई कर रहे हो मृदुल या क्या कर रहे हो? एक और आए। हाउ ओल्ड आर यू? आई एम 100 years old. I am 100 years old. Yes, I am alive at this age. Yes, yes. जिंदा रहेंगे तभी तो पूछेंगे, लाइव में रहेंगे तभी तो पूछेंगे। फेवरेट वाइल्ड एनिमल? वाइल्ड एनिमल? और क्या, लाइव करना तो अच्छा ही है ना। 1 घंटे की लाइव करती हूँ लेट। एक दोपहर में कर ली थी 3 बजे के करीब। मैंने नहीं बनाया, मेड आई थी उसने बना दिया। कुक आई थी, कुक ने बनाया। कुक ने बनाया अरबी की सब्जी, लौकी टमाटर की सब्जी, रोटी। तुम क्या बनाओगी मोनू? आई हैव own security. No one can touch to me, and no one can touch around me, around us. So there is no security need. If I am a strong, the strong person has a own security. Yeah, Mona Lisa White. I am a person who is not a person. ये है मृदुल, सोशोलॉजी के पढ़, वो है सोशल सिक्योरिटी पढ़ रहे हैं। तो वो पूछ रहे हैं व्हाट यू हैव, a social security you have? I have my own security, and God is my God is my guard. I secure everyone. मेरा है, मैं जॉब करती हूँ तो मेरा यही है जॉब में जो अर्न करती हूँ सेविंग करती हूँ. और क्या, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ बेनिफिट. Only North Zone. व्यूज मिल जाते हैं, सब्सक्राइबर मिल जाते हैं. 1 आवर की तो होती है, कभी भी कर लो, रात में कर लो. लोग 4 4 बजे करते हैं, सुबह उठ के करते हैं 4 बजे से, 3 बजे से करते हैं लोग, 2 बजे से भी करते हुए लोगों को देखा है. मैं तो बहुत अर्ली आई हूँ. 11 o'clock. I have start my live at 11 o'clock. I am 100
हेलो,
years old.
बहुत बढ़िया. आप सुनाओ क्या हो रहा है? काम. अच्छा
In
बेटा.
all these years
बढ़िया.
about
कहानी वो
medicine,
दिग्विजय निपटा दिया.
I learn lot of things.
दिग्विजय निपटा दिया
Every
आपने?
day, every experience
अरे मतलब
teaches.
शादी हो गई उसकी? हाँ वही मैंने देखा भी उसके इंस्टाग्राम पे, उसने स्टोरी स्टोरी डाली थी 5 दिन. तो आप गए नहीं? वहां कसम. हाँ. हम्म. हम्म. अच्छा. हम्म. 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 हम्म.
Chess
बताइए.
was. I've never played chess.
पता नहीं ना भाई, मैं देखा हूँ. चलो मेरा तो उतना संपर्क भी नहीं था. हालांकि चलो हमारी बात बात तो होती थी पहले, लेकिन मैंने कहा आपसे पूछूं. हम्म.
I'm from
मैंने
Agra.
कहा आपसे पूछूं, मैंने कहा पता नहीं आप गए हो नहीं
Wandering
गए.
around. Okay. I went for
पता नहीं भाई, मन में रही होगी कुछ.
Sikkim, Darjeeling, Siliguri, Baramulla, लद्दाख कह रही हूँ,
आपका कोई खास दोस्त आप
क्या
बताइए.
बोलते हैं, भूटान,
आप दोनों को कितना साथ रहेगा.
बॉम्बे, नासिक, उज्जैन और जयपुर, उदयपुर, बॉम्बे, जहाँ का ये है, सहारनपुर, देहरादून, नैनीताल, हल्द्वानी, रामगढ़, और कहाँ कहाँ गए, रामेश्वरम, भूटान, हिमाचल नहीं गए, हिमाचल नॉट, हिमाचल नहीं गए, हिमाचल लाइक शिमला, आई थिंक सो, नहीं शिमला पंजाब से, पंजाब में मैंने देखा है, क्या बोलते हैं, पटियाला, पंजाब में ओनली, हिमाचल में नहीं गई हूँ मैं, हिमाचल में. I used to go with my niece, nephews, bhabis, brothers, Didi's son, Didi's daughters. फ्रेंड लोगों में आई हैव नॉट इंटरेस्टेड फ्रेंड लोगों के साथ में गई हूँ गई अयोध्या और कानपुर लखनऊ और जयपुर फ्रेंड्स लोगों के साथ हूँ happiest state of India. I think Sikkim. Sikkim is the best. कूल है पीस है एनवायरनमेंट साफ है पॉल्यूशन फ्री है हिमाचल है मे भी हिमाचल में तो कितने द्वंद्व होते रहते हैं भाई हिमाचल सिक्किम में अभी कुछ तरह की चीज़ें नहीं हुई है साफ एंड सुथरा है नीट एंड क्लीन है पॉल्यूशन फ्री है my geography is not as good as you think. I'm a good in science, in zoology.
क्या रहा है वो वही जाना
गेहूँ का हिमाचल मैंने देखा नहीं है इसलिए मैं आई कांट से दार्जिलिंग देखा हुआ है मैंने सिक्किम देखा हुआ है और क्या था बीच बीच में पड़े थे बहुत सारे स्टेट गुड़ी सुड़ी सिक्किम यूनिवर्सिटी सबसे अच्छा लगता है मुझे अपना आगरा 25 किलोमीटर लो स्कूटर उठाओ पूरे आगरे को घूम गए घर पर वापस आ जाओ चलो हेलो विराज थैंक यू यू आर कमिंग लेट टाइम इज गोइंग टू बी ओवर 1 आवर हो गया टाइम का थैंक यू सो नाइस ऑफ यू ऑल ऑफ यू यूजलेस प्लेस ऑफ यू बेटा ताजमहल है यहाँ पे यूपी में यूजलेस प्लेस नहीं है सब लोग आते हैं आगरे में हाँ ताजमहल को देख लें आई समझ में कोई दंगे नहीं होते हैं इसमें आगरे में हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई इसके उसके किसी के झगड़े नहीं होते और लड़की फ्रीली घूम आए देर इज नो एनी मतलब रिस्क सुबह से लेके स्कूटर कर पूरा आगरा घूम के घर में वापस आ जाएगी आई समझ में चलो कोई बात नहीं है तो बहस की बात हो गई और ठीक है चलिए थैंक यू टाइम इज गोइंग टू बी ओवर गो एंड स्लीप टाइट स्वीट ड्रीम एवरीबॉडी थैंक यू फॉर कमेंट कर दिए हैं और अगर उस पर कमेंट कर दोगे तो हो सकता है मैं आपके में आ जाऊँ ये मैं भूल भी सकती हूँ नाम वगैरह ठीक है एक एक कमेंट छोड़ देना मेरे उस पे चैनल पे जिससे मैं आप लोगों को आके सपोर्ट कर सकूँ ठीक है ओनली नॉर्थ जोन विजराज जी ठीक है आप लोग सब एक कमेंट छोड़ दीजिएगा जिससे मैं आपको फॉलो कर लूँगी थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग एंड स्वीट टीम्स थैंक यू